There is a way that cannot be taught, a rhythm that no master can hand down. It is not written in scrolls. It does not echo in temples. It lives where silence grows deep, and the blade remembers blood. You must become formless, not because it is easy, but because form is the first prison. The mountain does not resist the storm, it endures. The river does not argue with the stone, it shapes it. The flame does not ask permission, it devours. So too must you move, without hesitation, without apology, without expectation. Those who cling to fixed ways are already dead, because when the moment calls, the rigid shatter. Water adapts, fire commits, one flows, the other strikes, and the warrior must become both. There will be moments when stillness is survival, when the world demands patience and the blade must remain sheathed. In those moments, you must be as water, silent, deep, unseen. Let the chaos exhaust itself. Let noise burn itself out. Remain unreadable, remain untouched. But when the time comes, when the opening appears, when the enemy shows weakness, when the truth emerges like smoke from the battlefield, then strike, and strike like fire, without warning, without mercy, without hesitation. The sword that waits too long becomes rust. The hand that doubts its own grip invites death. Discipline is not about control. It is about flow. Flow of breath, flow of thought, flow of spirit. The undisciplined man moves in fragments. He is always reacting, chasing, fearing. The disciplined man moves as one, breath, mind, body, a single rhythm. Uninterrupted, undivided, undeniable. To become this, you must let go of the need to be understood. The river does not explain its course. The flame does not ask to be liked. Be willing to be silent. Be willing to be alone. Let the noise of the world pass over you like wind through bamboo. Let your stillness be the threat. Weak men yell, strong men act. And when you act, burn everything in your way. There is a season for all things, a time for preparation, a time for motion, a time to build, and a time to burn. You must know the difference, and you must never bring fire where water is required, nor bring water where fire must reign. To confuse the two is death, but to master them is to become untouchable. When you walk, walk like water. Go where resistance breaks, flow through the unseen cracks. Let no structure define your path. Be everywhere and nowhere. Show nothing, hide everything. And when the moment comes, when it is time to show what you are, do not whisper, do not ease in, ignite, and let them know you were silent, not because you feared them, but because you were waiting, waiting to strike like fire. Even the strongest steel melts under enough heat, even the tallest mountain bows to the rain. This is not weakness, this is truth. And you must bend only where the mission requires, never the spirit, never the will. Be soft in motion, hard in purpose, because the world will push, it will pull, it will test your shape and your silence. And if you cannot bend, you will break. If you cannot burn, you will be buried. Those who rise are those who shift, who change, who remain unmoved in essence, but invisible in approach. And when they move like fire through dry grass. There is no more time to be half-made, no more room to explain yourself to the blind, no more space for guilt, no more space for fear. Only movement, only fire, only flow. Mastery is not the absence of doubt, it is the absence of delay. So ask yourself, are you fluid or frozen? Are you kindling or the flame? Are you drifting or cutting through? The answer is not in the words. The answer is in how you step and how you strike. A warrior is not chaos wrapped in muscle. He is order wrapped in restraint. To flow like water is not to drift. It is to choose the path of least resistance, not from weakness, but from vision. To strike like fire is not to destroy blindly, but to apply force with precision, where it matters most, when it matters most. Fire without aim is ruin. Water without direction is stagnation. But fire with purpose, water with patience, that is strategy. You are not a storm. You are not a flood. You are the hand behind the blade, the mind behind the silence, the step between peace and violence. Most will never reach this clarity. They react, they explode, they cling, they spiral, they drown in their own noise. You must be the still point in their chaos. Your enemy will not always wear armor. Sometimes your enemy is distraction. Sometimes it is attachment. Sometimes it is the quiet voice that says, "Wait a little longer. Don't act yet. What if you're wrong?" Cut that voice. A warrior acts when the moment calls, not when the world applauds. You will be tempted to explain yourself. You will want to be understood. You will long for someone to validate the fire that burns in you. Let that die. You are not here to be understood. You are here to become undeniable. Not loud, not liked, but real, so real it silences doubt. There is nothing louder than quiet certainty. There is nothing stronger than a man who has burned away everything false. There is no greater power than presence without need. Flow like water. Move where others cannot. Strike like fire. Burn where others fear to stand. Your path is not about domination. It is about direction. Every step you take must be chosen, not inherited, not given, not borrowed, chosen. There is no destiny. There is only discipline. When others rush forward, you will wait. When others hesitate, you will move. When others beg for balance, you will become it. You are the storm held in a single drop, the flame hidden in still breath, the silence that terrifies the untrained. And when the day comes, when all things fall away and only your action remains, let that action speak everything your words never could. No bravado, no chaos, only force, only clarity. There will be no warning. There will be no signal. The moment will arrive without asking, and you must already be ready. No time to think, no time to feel, only time to strike. This is what you train for, not glory, not victory, but the purity of the moment when mind, body, breath, and blade become one, and hesitation dies. There is no more room for what you were, no space for regret, no patience for excuses. The past is ash, the future is smoke. Only now remains, and now is fire. You will lose things on this path, friends, lovers, comfort, praise. They will say you've changed. They're right. You burned who you were to become what you must. Let them go. Let them speak. Let them misunderstand. The warrior walks alone, not because he chooses solitude, but because the path is too narrow for those who carry fear. You have no fear. You have no guilt. You have only rhythm, only breath, only blade. And if the world resists you, flow around it. If it strikes at you, strike through it. If it doubts you, disappear into your clarity and let your presence remain long after they forget your name. You are not made to chase peace. You are made to become it. Not a whispering breeze, but the calm inside the inferno, the stillness before the strike. Remember this: blow when unseen, strike when inevitable, rest like stone, move like smoke, speak like silence, live like fire. Because in the end, they will not remember what you wanted. They will not care what you feared. They will not feel what you carried. They will only remember how you moved. So move with purpose. Flow like water, strike like fire, and leave nothing behind but ash and awe.